Hey guys, welcome back, and today we're going to be taking a quick look at my bicycles because I personally think they're really interesting. Not only are they all heavily modified, but they also tell the story of my YouTube journey and why I'm here on YouTube making videos. And although I made these bikes for the channel, yeah, I would have made them anyway because it's something I love to do. So it makes sense to, start up a YouTube channel and share the builds so other people can hopefully enjoy them. And yeah, this is the sort of content that I really love to watch as well. I love watching bike build videos and maintenance videos. It inspires me. So I figured, why not make some of my own? Now you may notice that I got a very weird habit of collecting the very same bicycles, exactly same model and just modifying them differently. I'm weird like that. I'm going to be starting with my cheapest bike ish. cheapest to buy, and then I'm going to be saving the best for last essentially, but I will chapter the video so you can go through and skip to the bikes that you want to see if you want to see any of them at all. So let's roll out the first bike then, my cheap bike to superbike as I like to call it. And I think a good place to start is to see how much is left of the original bike, which really isn't going to be much. Basically I bought this bike for 30 quid. And yeah, the goal or the objective of the project was to see just how bloody good I could make this bicycle. So that's what I've tried to do. So I paid 30 quid for it and I've spent probably about 1,200 quid on it so far. But it's an absolutely fantastic bike and I'm excited to share it with you. This is actually the bike that I started the channel with. And yeah, as I was building it, I built it before I started the channel, so there isn't strictly a build video on this. But as I was building, I thought, wow, I'd love to see our video on a bike like this. So maybe I should start my own channel. Let's take a look at the bike. So then, what is left of the bicycle? Well, to be perfectly honest, just the frame, that's all. It did arrive, I bought it as a complete bike. It had a couple of problems where it wasn't changing gear because if I remember rightly, the cables were crossed over. I don't know how they managed that. But yeah, it wasn't running, but I soon fixed it up. I got it running. I bought it to flip the bike, essentially. I wanted to make a little bit of money on it. But once I got out on it, I realized I really liked the geometry of the frame. I found it very comfortable and I decided to keep it. And it just started being modified and evolved into the bike that it is today. And it's an absolutely fantastic bike. It's a bloody rocket ship, this thing. I would say this is no slower at all than my fancy Bianchi, which you'll see later on in the video. So what exactly have I done to the bike then? Well, as I said, there's not a build video on this bike, but there is a video on the bike build playlist about this bike where I compare it to the next bike and I go over through the full build spec in that video if you'd like to see that. But I will cover a basic overview with you guys because it is quite interesting, this one. Originally it weighed 11.36 kilos, which is quite heavy. It's now down to 8.1 kilos. That's a massive saving, that is. And what I've done is to put Campagnolo Record 10-speed group set on there. Got rid of the square taper bottom bracket, so we got a Holotech crank on there. We got carbon forks, narrower bars, carbon seat and seat post. Just to show just how bad my weight weenieism is, I paid 30 quid for the bike. I paid 200 quid for the carbon fibre saddle. Yeah, I'm an idiot like that. Oh, and we changed the wheels, the tyres and the tubes as well. So yeah, have a look on the bike builds playlist. There is a video about this bike. It goes into the full build. You can get a bit more detail and I can actually compare it in an uphill time trial against the next bike that I'm going to be bringing out. Okay then, so as you can see, the bike's got a twin. You can see what I mean now about my weird habit of buying matching bicycles and just speccing them out differently. This bike though, I actually bought as a completely standard original, which was to go on the cheap bike to superbike video. So essentially I did a time trial at Pay Tour in the on Dartmoor, and that's how I tested it. This bike at the time was completely original, but as I like to do, I've gone and tinkered with this one. When I did my Bianchi project bike, I had some spare parts left over and they've all found their way onto this bike. So essentially, this bike has got Fulcrum Racing 7 wheels and I fitted a Campagnolo Veloci 10-speed group set. Originally, this would have had, well, both of the bikes, they would have had 7-speed Shimano Tony on there, which was a terrible group set. So they've both had a bit of modifications. This one is not as specced out as the other. It's not as light, It comes in at just under 10 kilos, but it's still 1.3 kilos lighter than standard, so I'll take that. And yeah, this is essentially what I call my winter bike, but that's kind of an oversimplification really, because I use it all year round. You know, if I'm going out for a light training session where I just want to spin the legs, you call it zone 2 if you want to, I'll go and take this bike. I also use it for running errands. If I want to go shopping or need to go somewhere, I'll generally take this bike. So yeah, it's a lovely bicycle. One of the key things I did, put 38 centimeter handlebars on there. I wanted to try them out and see what they felt like, and I really like them. They're very nice. Yeah, it's a great bike. Okay then, so my gravel bike, and as you can see, I've built this one with adventure in mind. I wanted to go off on longer adventures, but also short adventures. I'm kind of new to gravel riding as such. I've done a little bit off-road, but I'm trying to explore a little bit more now that I got the gravel bike. And I have to say, I really, really like it. It's a lot of fun. I actually really like riding it on the road because of these big squishy tyres. It's absolutely fantastic. So then, we got that question again of what's left of the original bike. Well, we got the frame, but I've also kept the wheels and tyres this time, essentially because I couldn't afford to replace them. I've been spending so much money on my bicycles lately, I kind of run out of cash, and I had to keep things a little bit sensible. So the wheels and tyres, they're quite heavy, but I don't care, they're durable. I don't really have to worry about punctures when I go out. So let's give you a little overview then on what's actually happened to this bicycle, because originally it was a 21 speed flat bar hybrid bike. I've completely changed it, and now we've gone one by with an 11 speed GRX. We've got the drop bars. It's completely transformed the bike. I have got another one of these bicycles exactly the same. This one was the workhorse that was in the worst condition because I used to use it for shopping and all sorts. It was all scratched up and looking terrible. The one that was kind of okay has now become my workhorse. They've kind of switched roles around, but that one's in the UK. I'll flick a little picture up of that one. I'm not so keen on that one because it's got the flat bars. I have converted it to one by, but I really don't like flat bars. I've got so used to drop bars, and I actually use the drops for climbing. I find it absolutely essential to get the power down. It makes a big, big difference to my riding. But yeah, this one, yeah, it's one by 11 speed. It's quite cool now. I really, really like it. And yeah, the bags are fantastic. It just means I can go off on longer adventures because I've drifted away from using panniers. I find they're okay for shopping, but not so much for longer adventures these days because you just take too much shit with you. And on that bombshell, I'm going to move on to the next bike. Okay then, on to the Bianchi. Am I allowed to have favourites? Yeah, it's my video. I'm going to say I'm allowed to have favourites, and I'm going to go with this one. I absolutely love this bike. You know, obviously I've been used to it in this guise, but even as I was wheeling it out here to film, it was like, wow, this is shitting light. It's really light. 7.1 kilos at the moment, and part of the idea for the build, I was building it as a hill climb bike, but I wanted it to be a functional hill climb bike. I didn't want to put like silly components on there, so I've stuck with Campagnolo essentially. I've swapped out the Campagnolo 10-speed Veloci group set for a Campagnolo Chorus 11-speed because essentially it gives me a larger sprocket size on the back. You don't want to be messing around trying to put, you know, sprocket sizes that aren't really designed for your derailleur, and that's what I would have been doing if I stuck with the original group set. So I've done that. I put lightweight cranks on, lightweight wheels and tyres and tubes. We got lightweight seat post, carbon fibre saddle. We got one-piece carbon bars and stem. This is a recent addition, so if you do go to the bike builds video, you'll notice that these aren't actually on there. But yeah, they're on there now, and they save a bit of weight, and they feel absolutely lovely. So yeah, Bianchi Intenso, yeah, my favourite bike. You might be wondering what's left of the original bike as well. I forgot to mention that. Let me see, we got the frame, we got the fork, we got the seat post clamp, not the seat post, just the clamp. And we've also got the, what are they called? The bit for stopping your train from dropping off. Chain catcher, let's say. Got the chain catcher, but yeah, everything else I've changed. It's all gone. And it's a much better bike for it. It wasn't bad to start with really, but it's a really bloody nice bike now. My favourite. Shh. So if you made it this far in the video, then well done. You're obviously as bike curious as I am. And yeah, you might be wondering why I'm sharing this video, and it's literally because building bikes is a huge part of my cycling passion. Yes, I love to ride, obviously, but building them as well is something that I really love to do. It kind of enhances my enjoyment of the sport. And you might be wondering, do I actually use all these bikes? Well, yes, I do. Even just the last 2 weeks, I've used all 4 of these bikes. They've all been out for a spin. I even took the winter bike up Monte Nieto, which is a 37-mile training ride that I like to do, up some pretty spicy climbs. So yeah, I really do use all these bikes, and I'm going to continue to do so. So then guys, if you'd like this video and you'd like to see more like this, then please like and subscribe. It really helps me out. It'll encourage me to make more videos in the future. And thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next video. Ciao for now. Ciao.